never know.
Good call. Good call. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2021 VLA Cup, live from the Ball Sports Academy in Angola, Indiana. I am Rob St. Clair, and a huge match. First thing in the morning to really kick the weekend off, an all-New York battle between the standard classic, you know him, you love him, Team LVC, against a brand-new squad competing out of Long Island in VLA Tier 2, the New York Pride, who made some massive roster moves coming into this tournament. Most notably, Patrick Gassman, big middle blocker out of University of Hawaii, who had the national championship winning kill just a week ago, as Hawaii won their first national championship in program history, as well as James Anastasiadis, who's also wearing a ring from Hawaii from last weekend. And LVC with a few big pickups of their own, in addition to the usual suspects, libero Andrew Sato out of Long Beach State, outside hitter Greg Petty out of Lewis. Both massive pickups for this tournament for Team LVC. This first match in the morning in these 4-team bracket-style pools is so important, and we'll talk about that as the match goes on. But as the teams finish warm-ups here, we are almost ready to get you live VLA volleyball. So if you're not already, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Just press the subscribe button. Costs you nothing, but does a ton for us if you like what you're seeing. And get active in the YouTube chat throughout the match. I'm going to be looking at it. You can ask me questions about whatever. And any info that you want about other live stream schedules, rosters, all that stuff is on the website, and the link is in the description. So without further ado, let's catch the end of warm-ups and get right to some live volleyball. Stay tuned. Two. I was wondering who was there. Great, buddy. Great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the two teams getting ready to go here. The New York Pride in their VLA debut on the near side of your screen in black and dark teal green. An awesome look. I love it. Heavily featuring number 7 in black and green, James Anastasiadis at the outside, as well as big number 15 in black and green, Pat Gassman in the middle. Both of those guys recent national champions out of the University of Hawaii, like I mentioned. And their setter, Anthony Rivera, as well as their other outside hitter, Brandon Greenway. Numbers 20 and 13, I believe, in green and black, respectively. Yeah, you can see them on the right side of your screen there. Setter and opposite, college teammates at the University of Charleston. You guys have a great connection, and Greenway, a very important piece to this New York Pride squad, a outside hitter really of Anastasiadis' equal caliber. And of course for Team LVC on the far side of your screen in white with the pink flamingos, Christian Smith, the setter, former Division III National Player of the Year. Mike Marshman making his season debut for Team LVC after an incredible overseas season in France. The outside hitters will be Nick Smith and Andrew Fishman to start us off, and the libero, number 20 in black, Andrew Sato out of Long Beach State University. And it'll be Anthony Rivera starting us off. Transition opportunity right away. Greenway on the left side over the top of the block, dug by Sato. Smith to Smith, blocked by Gassman, but a really good cover that time. Gassman on the overpass, misses it short into the net. A little miscommunication there between the two front row players there. The opposite this match for New York Pride, Jack McKee, number 11 in black. LVC on the board here first. Working on the scoreboard overlay. That'll get updated in just a minute. But Nick Smith here, younger brother of setter Christian. Really good pass right away by Terrence Cross on the captain, and a hitting error out of bounds by Gassman. I know it's an early morning for these guys on West Coast time, so you can expect Gassman to get into it pretty quickly. Service there that time, and New York Pride's on the board. Brandon Greenway here serving, like I said, outside hitter out of the University of Charleston. Can play both pins, hitting on the left here in the first match of the weekend. Really good pass by Fishman. Smith out of the back row. Good block touch by Gassman. Transition opportunity here. Anastasiadis. What a cover by Crossan off the block. Rivera takes a swing out of the back row, but dug pretty well. Fishman cross court, and he puts it away. Andrew Fishman, number 6 in white, another SUNY New Paltz guy, a longtime member of Team LVC. And the server now, Mike Marshman, number 12 in white. Mentioned he had a really good season in France this year and very dangerous from the service line, targeting Anastasiadis here. McKee down the line, dug by Marshman. Another big set, but read really well by Gassman. Absolutely not fooled at all. Nice read by big number 15 in black and green. He'll go back to serve, a very dangerous jump server. Sky-high toss. He may have foot faulted there. Yes, he did, in addition to the serve missed into the net. Christian Smith serving here for LVC. An interesting starting rotation and an uncharacteristic service error by the former Division III National Player of the Year. This is Jack McKee serving here. The Pride opposite passed right on a perfect pass by Andrew Sato, and in rotation one there, Christian Smith to Andrew Fishman on the right side. Definitely his go-to guy in that rotation. We saw this back in January when Team LVC played in Fort Wayne. Fishman was the guy in that L1 spot, hitting on the right side in that one rotation only. We'll get a lot of balls there. See how quickly New York Pride figures that out about the LVC scouting report. Fishman now here serving. Anastasiadis and Anson Webb, the middle blockers, the front row hitting options. There is Webb right on cue, over the top of the block, out of bounds, but a net violation from Team LVC. Gives the point to the New York Pride. Four serving 5 here early on. Set number 1, best 3 out of 5 sets to 25 points. Anastasiadis, a very dangerous server. Kind of made a career off of it. That first one trying to go wrist away down the line towards Nick Smith, and he misses it just short. First look at Lance Rogers from the service line. Conservative float serve there, passed right on the net by Terrence Crossan. The joust off the block. I think LVC touched it last, and it lands just wide of the sideline. So a point for New York Pride, and they escape. Kind of a tough situation. Good play there by front row setter Anthony Rivera. The captain here. Liberos can't serve in this league. I think we figured that out at just the last second, so no serve coming from cross end, instead Anson Webb. Swing into the block there by Nick Smith. Gassman just a little bit too late to get a productive touch on it. Side out LVC. Tough pass run down by McKee all the way across the net. Greenway into the block. Nice cover by Anastasiadis. Free ball coming here for LVC. Handled by Chris Hosley. Marshman out of the middle. And a pretty good reaction there by Gassman. Not quite good enough to slow it down. Kill for number 12 in white, Mike Marshman. And the LVC captain continues to serve. Chris Hosley, the opposite here early on. No Jordan Varee today, only for LVC. He'll be coming tomorrow. But as important as this match is, see how Hosley hangs in there. Nice high swing over the block by Greenway. Really good defensive play by Fishman. Transition opportunity dug by Anastasiadis. McKee out of the back row, off the block touch and into the deep cross-court corner. Really nice swing. A very important transition play that time from the New York Pride. They trail by 2, 6-8. Rotation 4 receive here for LVC. Anthony Rivera serving. Hosley out of the back row into the block and just out of bounds. Lucky break that time. Actually, back row attack violation is the call that time. Hosley stepping on the line. On that 3-meter attack line, jumping out of the back row to hit that ball. So the score now 7-8, and a big break there for New York Pride. See where Rivera goes this time. Down the line again, working on Nick Smith. Hosley again, repeat set. Really good looking swing down the line, and a dive in, cross in. Can't quite make the play. That was a really important swing that time by Chris Hosley. Not super in system, but the job of an opposite at this high of a level is to score in those out-of-system situations. Really good set that time from Rivera. Greenway down the line, dug by Sato. Hosley again, right in the corner. Oh, no, that ball called out of bounds. That was very, very close down the line by Chris Hosley. But no argument on the Team LVC side. Pride takes the point on the narrow hitting error, 8 serving 9. Served out of bounds by Greenway. Lance Rogers into the front row here. Number 10 middle blocker out of George Mason, one of the very best read blockers you'll see all weekend, and just a fascinating character in so many ways. Lance, like, famous for pretty much not warming up at all for matches. Gassman rolls it over on the third contact. Big opportunity here for LVC in transition. Fishman off the block. of McKee and out of bounds down the line. Nice quick delivery that time from Christian Smith. Division III Player of the Year, like I mentioned, and a national champion with Andrew Fishman and SUNY New Paltz. So that connection goes back a long way. Marshman with a really good serve that time. LVC leading by 3. Again, working on crosshand, but a really good pass. Anastasiades threw a seam in the block and down on the LVC side. James Anastasiades, a very interesting story. Grew up in Cyprus, island in the Mediterranean in Europe, before moving to Huntington Beach, California, his senior year of high school. Went to the University of Hawaii. And the interesting part of the story doesn't stop there, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Good serve there by Gassman. Sharp cross court. Gassman with the dig. Anastasiades again. High into the block, off the seam and out of play. What a dig that time by Pat Gassman. Everybody loves seeing a middle blocker hang in there and play some defense. And Gassman less than a week removed from the championship-winning kill to give the University of Hawaii their first national title in program history. Not slowing down, playing some defense in addition to everything else he does so well. Good block that time by McKee, but covered. Oh, well located there by Smith. Greenway runs it down. Anastasiades out of system against no blockers, and he puts it away. What a bump set that time. Great job by Rivera tracking that down, and we are tied up at 11. Gassman again, a nice run here against LVC's rotation 6. Another good serve, handled really well by Sato. Hasley out of the back row. Stuffed by Anastasiades, straight down onto the sideline. Pride takes the lead, and you knew it was only a matter of time before these guys woke up, rubbed their eyes, and started playing some serious volleyball. It happened very quickly now, a 12-11 lead here in the Battle of New York teams. Another nice serve by Gassman, handled really well by Smith. Fishman into the block of McKee and harmlessly down on the New York Pride side, but a really nice run there to level this thing up, now tied at 12. Wow, what a set that time by Rivera, and Anson Webb puts it away. That was an excellent delivery from number 20 in black and green, and Anson Webb, number 2 in black. Middle blocker out of York College in Brooklyn, puts that one away on the 31. Ace serve by McKee. What a beautiful rip that was. So much thumb up hook spin right into the seam between Sato and Fishman. No chance LVC's bringing that one back, and rotation 1 receive here. Such a weakness for so many teams, but just barely out of bounds that time by McKee. Gets LVC out of it the easy way, but they still trail by 1 here, 13-14, with Fishman serving. Perfect pass by Anastasiades. Big attack here, Greenway cross body. Missed it out of bounds with no touch on its way. Missed opportunity there off a really good pass. A little bit of a traffic jam in the middle of the court that time on the New York Pride side. Fishman serving again. We're tied up at 14. Oh, trying to work down the line that time. Barely missed short by Fishman. And Anastasiades, really his biggest role as a player for the University of Hawaii was to come off the bench ice cold and put in legitimate heavy jump serves, something he got very good at throughout his career. Perfect pass by Sato again. Rogers, what a dig by Crosshand. Smith to Smith, but that ball set into the antenna, last touched by LVC. That was an outstanding dig by number 4 in light green. The libero Terrence Crossan, the captain of this New York Pride team. Off the swing of Lance Rogers, and a mistake that time by Christian Smith on the LVC side. Pride leads 16-14. Another really good pass by Sato, adjusted to by Smith, high into the hands. Should be covered on the LVC side. But a mistake on the overpass. Hasley kept alive again. Transition opportunity here. Smith dug by Anastasiades. McKee into the block down the line and out of bounds. And another point for the New York Pride in transition. Will there be a timeout coming here from LVC coach CJ Dank? Not yet. Rotation 2 again here for LVC. Off a tough server, and Anastasiades have got to find a way to score this time. Overpassed and gently fisted to the floor by Anthony Rivera. Now it's got to be a timeout, and yes, it is. An excellent swing and momentum off a couple good service runs by the New York Pride. First Gassman, then Anastasiades. A 4-point lead here for the New York Pride in their VLA debut in the Battle of New York. We will be right back for the conclusion of set 1 after the timeout. Stay tuned. Anastasiades continuing to serve out of the timeout. 18-14 Pride. Can he keep the pressure on? Yes, he can, but a really good pass by Sato and a net violation committed that time by LVC. Wow, that's not exactly what I saw, but no argument from Lance Rogers. Could have been the setter Smith as well off a little bit of a tight pass. And the service pressure here from Anastasiades continuing to give LVC fits in this rotation. Now a 5-point lead, the largest of the set. Cuts that one short, handled by Fishman. Quick delivery to the outside, and Nick Smith into the block of Rivera. Rattles through the hands and out of play. Very important side out that time by Team LVC, but now with work to do to get back into it here in set number 1. Like I mentioned right before the broadcast, this match is incredibly important. The way these bracket pools are set up, in these pools of 4, if you win the first match, you're guaranteed at least second in the pool. What a dig there by Fishman. Smith in transition off of Anastasiades, and Rivera can't quite run it down into the bleachers, so a big transition play there for LVC. But just to finish that thought, again, these pools of 4 are bracket pools. LVC, the 1 seed in the pool with Pride, the 4. The winner playing the winner of Rising Tide and SportConX, and so if you win this first match in a 14 pool, you're guaranteed second in the pool, and that's huge for the bracket seeding tomorrow. That's why these first matches in the morning are so important. Marshman straight down out of the middle, and an excellent delivery there by Smith in transition. So just what the doctor ordered here for Team LVC. Off the serve of Lance Rogers, some transition offense able to be executed by LVC. They're back within 2 now, 17-19 with Pride in rotation 5. Greenway and Webb, the front row hitters. Not a great pass there by Crossan. This is McKee out of the right side in the back row. Missed it out of bounds down the line, wrist away. With pretty much no block up. So again, Rogers not an intimidating looking server, but an effective float serve here. LVC within 1. Big attack to Anastasiades and a back row attack violation. And we are tied. In the blink of an eye, LVC closes the gap. And no timeout here from Pride, I believe. This got very interesting quickly. Rogers continuing to serve. Another imperfect pass. A free ball opportunity here for LVC. Hosley on the right side, down the line. Stabbed at by Crossan, out of play. Wow, what a run. I think it was 19-14 and 6 points in a row by Team LVC out of the timeout. They retake a 1-point lead. What a crazy swing here. The first match of the morning, now timeout Pride. We will see what they can do out of the timeout to recapture that momentum. Be back in a second. Rogers continuing to serve. 2019 LVC out of the timeout. Perfect pass. Webb crossbody. Absolutely crushed to the floor, plus a net violation. So a good timeout there by the New York Pride. And it looks like a service sub going to come in here, number 14 in black and green, Nick Smith. Not to be confused with Team LVC's Nick Smith. Two different guys with the exact same name, so I have my work cut out for me to not make that confusing. Float serve there, clips the tape. Marshman through the block of Gassman. Dumped over by Gassman on two, but kept alive. Fishman out of the pipe, wrist away, dug by Nick Smith. Anastasiades clips the tape out of the pipe and down. Big point on serve there for the New York Pride. And an effective service substitute. Smith there, number 14 in green. Getting the dig to generate the transition opportunity, but he misses the serve that time to square this thing back up at 21. Big rotations here for the New York Pride inside out. Gassman, a huge option in the middle. Greenway in the front row, along with the setter, Anthony Rivera. Chris Hosley, the LVC captain, serving. What a set that time. Rivera, one-handed back set to Gassman, who was available and tapped it to the floor. Nice play that time for number 20 in green and black. The offensive connection for New York Pride will continue to develop as this weekend goes along. Some of these guys have really never played together before. Nice serve down the line that time by Rivera. Marshman off a pretty good block touch by Gassman, but not quite good enough for Anastasiades to send it back into the court. Tie game here at 22. Very competitive set number one with two crazy runs. First by New York Pride to go up by 5, then by LVC to bring it right back. Who's going to get 2 points clear here, though, to end up taking this set? Tight pass there by Crosshand. What a set by Rivera, but Greenway misses it short into the net. Couldn't quite catch up to the speed of that set. And an important point on serve there for LVC. There, Nick Smith continuing to put in the jump serve. Misses that one. Well out of bounds. Big opportunity here for Brandon Greenway. Just had a good professional season overseas in Denmark. Puts the pressure on with the serve, but an even better pass by Fishman, who is absolutely roofed by Jack McKee. What a move by number 11 in black and green with Gassman there as well. Fishman is shut down. And I think the first and definitely the second stuff block of the set, but definitely the most important one. Set point New York Pride. Sato barely keeps it alive and hit out of bounds by Fishman, just barely long down the line, and that's it. What a crazy set that was. A stuff block and effectively a service ace that time by Greenway seals the deal. New York Pride is on the board in their VLA debut, 25-23. In this all-important early morning Pool B matchup. Pride on the board first. The teams will change sides. And a lot more volleyball to be played here. We'll be right back with set number 2. Set number 2 coming your way live from the 2021 VLA Cup. I'm Rob St. Clair. Thanks so much for joining us for this incredible weekend of volleyball. All the detail you need and more found on the website, the link in the description, about the schedule, how the pools work, how the stream schedule works. We've got 2 courts of volleyball going on live in the gym right now. Rukkus and Boston Bounce, I believe, in set 3 on the court on the other side of the gym. If you want to watch the live stream matches from the other court in addition to this one, consider becoming a member of our YouTube channel. Just 99 cents a month. There should be a big join button either on this stream or on the homepage of the channel. You can catch all the matches from both courts, but don't worry, all Court 2 matches will be made public to everybody after the weekend's over. LVC on the near side of your screen here, starting off in set number 2 with Lance Rogers serving. Gassman cross-body out of the middle. Nice dig by Christian Smith. Fishman rolls it out of the pipe. Pride's got to have this. Greenway, and they do. What a swing that was by 13 in green over the top of a pretty good-looking block. And a quick delivery from Rivera. Like I said, college teammates, Rivera and Greenway at the University of Charleston. Nice serve down the line. Ace serve by Anthony Rivera. What a perfectly located ball. Short to position 5, right over the head of Mike Marshman, the middle blocker just standing there in rotation 6. Similar looking serve that time by Rivera, but missed short. Down the line, but a good trip to the line for sure. Pride leads 2-1 in rotation 1 receive here with Chris Hosley serving. Interesting starting rotations for Team LVC in both sets so far. Perfect pass by Crossan. Gassman, crossbody, missed it out of bounds. Pretty good delivery, but Marshman was all over it. May have forced the issue with that block positioning. And that is a very interesting matchup. Gassman, who, I mean, you can't say enough about the guy, the college career that he had and the professional career that he is about to have. But Marshman is already at that level. Left-handed over by Greenway. Transition opportunity here. Free ball. Gassman crushed to the floor. Just to finish that thought about that matchup, I mentioned that Marshman had an incredible season for Cambrai in France, who got promoted to the top league in France this year and went all the way to the semifinals of the playoffs, which is an incredible achievement. So Marshman out of St. Francis University. A professional, polished middle blocker and a good matchup against Gassman. Good block touch, but covered. Sato to Smith, and another block by Gassman, but another good cover, this time by Marshman. Tipped over, handled by McKee. Out of system swing coming here from Anastasiades. Down the line, and he missed it out of bounds, no touch. Nice high-level point there all around. Good blocking from Gassman and, let's see, who's the right side blocker there? McKee for the New York Pride, but even better block coverage by LVC to keep that ball alive. They end up winning the point in the hitting error. We're tied up at 3. Smith serving. Down the line, perfect pass by Anastasiades. Back set down the line to McKee. I think that ball was missed just out of bounds long. Yes, it was. That is the call. Dodged out of the way that time by LVC libero Andrew Sato. A huge pickup for them, like I said. Out of Long Beach State and the son of the great Gary Sato. Coach for the national team program for so many years. Ace serve, Nick Smith. What a rip that was. Again, that nasty like hook spin right into a seam between 2 passers. You saw it from McKee on Pride in the last set. That is just an untouchable serve with that pace and that kind of tail on it. You get a nice look at the left to right movement, or right to left, excuse me, on the baseline camera angle. Perfect pass that time. What a block by Marshman. Wow, what a read by number 12 in white, shutting down Gassman, and I love that individual matchup between these 2 great middle blockers. Nice little run here for LVC. 3 points in a row. They take the lead 6-3. Another good serve by Smith. Brilliant pass by Greenway. Anastasiades down the line. Smith keeps it alive. Hosley runs it down into the bleachers. free ball opportunity here for Pride. Gassman, straight down crossbody. It is just beautiful to watch middle attackers at this high of a level space the floor, be available, and get fed the ball. And the connection between Rivera and Gassman looking pretty good here early on, as these two guys have not played together very much, if at all, before. Maybe last night was the first time. Serve from Gassman handled brilliantly by Sato. Marshman is roofed by Webb and Anastasiades. The double block absolutely all over that one. Nice read by Webb and even better help by the left side blocker, Anastasiades. Pride within one here, 5-6. Gassman again. Really heating up from the service line now. Marshman out of the middle. But a net violation committed by Pride. No argument from Anastasiades. A little bit of a weird play there. That ball sat up right on top of the net. But James followed through into the top tape on his way to tapping it down. Now Marshman here to serve. I love a middle blocker who can really put pressure on jump serving the ball. Handled pretty well by Crossan. This is McKee on the right side through a seam in the block and down. Nice quick delivery that time from Rivera. McKee after that kill. Handled well off the net by Sato. Smith runs it down. Oh, what a mistake by the New York Pride. Wow. Smith ran that ball all the way down by the LVC bench, threw it up with his platform, actually went over the net onto the Pride side and scored. Wow, you don't see that every day. Smith joking that obviously exactly what he intended to do. He goes back to serve here. Webb out of the middle. Easy transition opportunity here for LVC. Rogers on the 31. Right through the arms of the block of Anson Webb. And LVC puts it away in transition. I'll tell you what, at this high of a level, you just cannot give teams free balls or looks in transition that are that easy. These offenses are so good. Wow, what a swing down the line that time. Anastasiades straight to the floor. And James, after that kill, will serve down by 2, 7-9. I mentioned what a dangerous server he is. Right on cue. Wrist away ace serve right down the line and a clean ace. Beats Nick Smith to his left. What a serve. Right on cue by James Anastasiades. Can he do it again? Clips the tape, handled well by Sato. Good adjustment and ambitious set that time from Smith to Rogers. Transition opportunity here. Anastasiades out of the pipe, crossbody, missed it long. I like that set choice from Rivera. When you have a server that's getting hot, jump serving the ball, if you get a transition opportunity in that rotation, set that guy to keep him hot. Anastasiades maybe not quite expecting that set. A little late to it, missed it out of bounds. Good serve there by Fishman. Oh, dumped to the floor by Rivera. Really nice play by the front row New York Pride setter. The Battle of New York Pride, based in Long Island, run by their captain, libero Terrence Crossan, a doctor of physical therapy, has a physical therapy clinic in Long Island. LVC based out of upstate New York. The greater Albany area, including western New York. With a handful of Long Island representation on LVC as well. Gassman wins the joust off the dig in transition. And again, a service substitute for New York Pride. 14 in green and black, Nick Smith, not to be confused with LVC's Nick Smith, comes in to serve and makes a crucial defensive play that leads to a Pride point. So we're tied up at 10 here with Smith serving again. Clips the tape, handled by Lance Rogers beautifully. Smith, cross court, puts it away. But a net violation by Smith as he landed. The call is that he touched the bottom of the net before the ball was down. And LVC coach CJ Dank arguing this call, but I actually agree with this. Smith landed, touched the bottom of the net inside the antenna. And I think that happened before the ball hit the floor. So a big break for New York Pride. They take the lead 11-10. And perhaps the ball never lies, as that serve by Smith missed, not even close, into the tape. Rogers here serving. This was the run that got LVC back into set number one. Barely passed that time by Anastasiadis. Good block touch by Hosley. Smith threw a seam in the block. And Anastasiadis can't keep it alive for long. That was an outstanding block touch by Chris Hosley against the high-flying Brandon Greenway. Slowed it down just enough to trigger the transition opportunity. Rogers for LVC now with a 1-point lead. McKee out of the back row, cross court, off of Fishman, not a play. Nice set that time by Rivera. (12-12) here in set number 2 of this all-important Pool B pool matchup. Oh, barely kept alive. Free ball opportunity here for Pride. Gassman misses it short into the net, wrist away. That ball maybe a little bit underset. A big missed opportunity there. Off a free ball opportunity for New York Pride. And now the 6-2 going to come in for Team LVC. A new setter, number 13, Eric Martin, the legendary 48-year-old. And Chris Hoosman, number 14 in white, at the opposite. So keeping a back row setter, front row opposite. Good serve by Martin, puts the pressure on. This will be a free ball at best. Where does Martin go here? Marshman into the block. Will be covered by Fishman. Hoosman quick on the right side. That was touched by Gassman. Good block touch here for Pride. Gotta have this point. Gassman tipped. Covers himself. And a confusing play there. I think Anastasiadis tried to set Gassman, who was not expecting that. Ends up a Team LVC point. A little bit of a weird scramble. Martin serving again. Perfect pass by Crossan. Gassman this time through the block of Marshman and down on the 31. So how will the LVC offense be affected by this 6-2 substitution in these next 3 rotations? Very important here off a tough server of Brandon Greenway, but he lets him off the hook, misses it wide. (15-13) LVC. Nick Smith, number 23 in white and pink. Younger brother of setter Christian. Already has an ace in this set. Can he do it again? Pretty good pass by Crossan. Oh, that a big setting mistake there by Rivera. Tried to force that 31. Over-rotated right on the tape and hammered to the floor by Chris Hoosman on the overpass. Now 16-13 LVC. Looking to level this match up at a set apiece. Good pass by Anastasiadis. McKee is roofed by Fishman. What a move by number 6 in white with Marshman there as well. There was a line for McKee to swing at. But excellent positioning by number 6 in white. Takes away a lot of space. And a crucial stuff block there. 4-point lead for LVC, their largest of the set. Ace serve, Nick Smith. Rivera crashes into the LVC bench, but gets up quickly. That was a heck of a serve. Again with that nasty right to left hooking action. got the better of Greenway that time. Now 5 points, the LVC advantage. Can he do it again? Interesting set that time. That ball stuffed. No, wait a minute. Ball actually made it through the block somehow. Wow, what a wacky play. Anastasiades set that ball way inside, and McKee somehow got his feet there. Hit it as hard as he could through the block and down onto the LVC side. That was a pretty wacky play. So Gassman now. A serve, okay. Just what his team needed. Down now only by 3. This obviously not over yet with the setter, or excuse me, a server as dangerous as Gassman is. And again, how can LVC side out in these couple rotations with the 6-2 substitution in? Setting is definitely not the problem, but passing might be. A serve again! Right on the end line behind Nick Smith and right on cue. Gassman getting his team right back into this thing. And CJ Denko, Team LVC, going to call timeout to try and slow him down. What an effort from the service line by big number 15 in green and black, Pat Gassman. Slowly closing this deficit. And again, as important as this matchup is, if Pride can come back and steal this to go up 2-0, that could have massive ramifications in this entire tournament. Can Gassman keep this in play out of the timeout? Even better, can he dial up some more pressure? Misses it long, and an excellent timeout from Team LVC to slow him down. Back to a 3-point lead for the number 2 seed overall, the New York Legion Volleyball Club, Team LVC. Marshman, a dangerous server, like I mentioned. Just out of bounds, that ball. Not a whole lot of topspin on it. And these Mikasa volleyballs, shout out to Mikasa, our official volleyball sponsor. This newer Mikasa, not quite as extreme as the previous Mikasa in terms of penalizing bad hand contact. But still, you got to hit that thing pretty crisp in order to not miss it long. And a foot fault that time by Jack McKee on the serve negates what would have been a pretty good jump serve. And now the 6-2 going to be undone. So Christian Smith and Chris Hosley, the original setter and opposite, back into the match for Team LVC to keep a setter in the back row and opposite in the front row. So mission accomplished for Martin and Hoosman to keep this lead for those 3 rotations. High set to Anastasiades, and he's rejected by Rogers. Good little piece of service pressure there from Christian Smith. That ball passed off the net. And a blocker as good as Lance Rogers definitely doesn't need extra time to set up and make a good move. Repeat set, Anastasiades again. Really good run down by Sato. But diving, sliding under the net, can't quite keep it in play off the block touch. But the LVC lead here is still 3. 18 serving 21. One of the best players in this gym at closing a gap like this from the service line, James Anastasiades. Misses it long right on cue. (22-18). LVC on the doorstep of leveling this match. And we were hoping that this would be as competitive as it is. Good serve by Fishman, pass well off the net. Anastasiades. That's McKee through a seam in the block and just barely out of bounds long. Well, 23-18, the LVC lead back up to 5. 2 points away from getting on the board. Fishman again, great pass by cross end. Oh, what a reverse dump by Rivera. What a play by the front row setter. Fully with question here about substitution rules. Nick Smith, number 14 for Pride, can't come in and serve again because the 1-in, 1-out substitution rule. So Anson Webb's going to have to stay in and serve, and he will. Yeah, international substitution rules here in the VLA. If you come in off the bench and you go back to the bench, you cannot then come in again a second time. I think a foot fault was the call that time. Yeah, it was, and Nick Smith put it away anyway for Team LVC, so a little bit of confusion here, but anyway, set point, 24-19 for LVC off the serve of Lance Rogers. Gassman setting McKee out of the back row into the block of Marshman, covered. That was touched. Greenway into the block, and it falls on the LVC side, so 1 set point saved. Just got the update that on the other court, on court 2, Boston Bounce just took the third set to go up 2-1. Pass here by Marshman. Smith cross court, dug by Crossan. That's going in. Sato runs it down. Marshman is absolutely clamped by Gassman. Denting the floorboards with that stuff block all over that one. And another set point saved in emphatic fashion. But still set point for a Team LVC, 24-21. Smith passes the short float serve, gets the ball on the left side. Good block touch by Gassman. Blocked by Marshman, but kept alive. Another exchange at the net. Where does Rivera go here? McKee on the right. Into the block of Marshman, out of bounds. And Pride is still alive. Now 22-24. Timeout here for Team LVC. This got a little bit interesting. Just as we thought, it might be a foregone conclusion that LVC would take this second set. Pride has pushed back. Still needing 2 points on serve out of the timeout to force extras, but a smart timeout here from Coach CJ Dank at Team LVC to make very sure that they get this side out and get on the board here. And again, just got the notification or the news that on the other court, Boston Bounce up 2-1 on Southern California's Rukkus in Pool A. So a very interesting result there. Rivera serving again out of the timeout for Pride, set point LVC. Handled really well by Smith. Marshman into the block of Gassman is covered. Hosley off the block down the line and out of bounds, and that's it. A kind of chaotic and very interesting end to set number 2, but LVC does win it by a score of 25-22. We are tied up at 1 set apiece, going at least 4 here in the first match in the morning in Pool B. We'll be right back in a few minutes with set number 3. Stay tuned. Getting ready for set number 3 here, live from the 2021 VLA Cup. I'm Rob St. Clair. Thank you guys for joining us. Let me know in the YouTube chat who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. I'm looking at it. I can see your comments. Tied up at 1 with some really high-level volleyball at times and some pretty wacky plays at others. But this match has huge consequences again. Here in Pool B, the winner of this match guaranteed at least second place in the pool. And the top 2 seeds in this pool bypass the play-in round of bracket entirely. So effectively, if you win this match, you're guaranteed a bye tomorrow, and that's a big deal. Goes straight to the quarterfinals. Miscommunication there. Nobody there on the pipe for LVC. Transition opportunity here. Greenway. Nice block touch by Christian Smith. Pushed all the way to the outside. Anastasiadis with a defensive play in the seam. Gassman thrown over on the third contact. Another good block touch by Smith, but a net violation. Block touch by Gassman and McKee, but a net violation by the Pride block. Gives the first point of set number 3 to Team LVC. In white and pink on the far side of your screen. Smith, who's served really well this match so far. See who he targets. Perfect pass by Crossan. Gassman into the block of Marshman. Nice cover, but a free ball coming here for LVC. Where does Smith go? Fishman straight down the line on the left side. Excellent delivery that time by Christian Smith. Greenway blocking on the right in this rotation only, rotation 1 receive here for New York Pride, giving Fishman quite a bit of space between his right arm and the antenna. Good serve again there by Nick Smith. This is Greenway on the right side, rolled down the line, handled easily by Sato. Smith out of the back row, nice cover by Sato again. Another good play by Sato. The guy is everywhere. Fishman, cross court, Gassman keeps it alive. Marshman into the block, another cover on the LVC side. Crazy point here, and nobody home on the right side to hit that ball for Team LVC. What inspired defense by both teams. But Pride walks away with that point. Marshman, the middle blocker for LVC, had to set that ball. Set the front row right side where there was nobody home. Hosley, the opposite right now, is in the back row. Serve missed out of bounds by Greenway, though. See who Marshman targets here against Pride's rotation 2. Good pass by Greenway. Gassman on the right side, just crushed right onto the sideline down the line. Interesting, just leaving Gassman back there, giving him an antenna height, like traditional right side ball to go up and bang. And a really good looking swing, pounds it down the line. A new middle blocker here into the match for New York Pride, number 3 in black and green, Deshaun Graham. Good serve by Gassman, brilliantly handled by Sato. Rolled over by Fishman, dug by Gassman. Sharp cross court, Anastasiadis dug by Sato. Free ball opportunity here. Rivera, Anastasiadis rolled into the block and covered. And thrown to the floor by Graham legally for the New York Pride point. Gassman is really heating up from the service line, tied up at 3. Hammer of a serve, and what a pass by Smith! But that ball to Rogers, Christian Smith to Lance Rogers, a little bit underset and absolutely roofed by Deshaun Graham, who's already made a difference since coming on just a couple points ago. Keeping a very dangerous server still at the line. Ace serve right on cue, Pat Gassman. Wow, what a pickup this was. Pat Gassman from the New York Pride with his fingerprints all over this match, hitting, blocking, and especially serving. You love when the middle blocker can really impact the match like this. Maybe not the toss Gassman was looking for. That ball hit the ref stand on a fly. But definitely the damage was done. That trip at the line by Gassman. Pride leads 5-4. Yes, we are at the Ball Sports Academy in Angola, Indiana. That is where we're playing this event. If you're in the area, come check it out. We are allowing spectators. Oh, what a play there by Greenway. Tipped out of the back row off the one-handed set by Rivera. Nobody home for LVC to keep it alive. (6-4) Pride. McKee to serve against LVC's rotation 1. We know they like to go to Fishman in this rotation. That is exactly where they go. Cross court, kept alive by McKee. Anastasiades roofed by Rogers, though. Excellent press and seal of the net by number 10 in white. Gets his team out of a pretty tough rotation. Fishman to serve. Rotation 4 receive for Rivera and the Pride. Well watched by Crossan as that ball served out of bounds. Oh, that looked like a pretty good serve from Anastasiades, but missed just short into the tape. And there are so many servers on both of these teams and in this tournament in general that if you, as a receiving team, get lucky and they miss one, you really do breathe a sigh of relief. Float serve from Rogers. That not a good pass by Crossan that time. Greenway with a really good bailout swing off the high ball. Down the line off the fingertips of Chris Hosley, not a play. That's an outstanding piece of offense for number 13 in black and green. First look at Deshaun Graham from the service line. Good floater working on Nick Smith. Hosley, good block touch by Greenway. Transition opportunity here. Gassman. I think that's a double contact. Yes, it is. Yeah, good call that time. That was blocked into like the shoulder of Gassman or something before he then slapped at it upwards to keep it alive. So good call there, and a stuff block by Mike Marshman. LVC trails by 1, 7-8. Perfect pass. Greenway straight down the line and right on the sideline. Oh, that ball overruled by our up official, called out of bounds. I thought that was in, and even more so, I thought it was touched. Wow, what a break for Team LVC. I think that's a missed call. Called out of bounds, no touch. We're tied up at 8. Big set, Anastasiades tipped over, handled by Hosley. Marshman in transition. And a high ball set coming out to Greenway, way off the net. Dug by Sato, cross court. Fishman out of bounds, wrist away. And Pride does take the point after all. 1 point later, so Rivera, the setter now, to serve and to the back row. And some pretty good blocking rotations here for the New York Pride. Row 4 receive here for LVC. That float serve, though, missed short by Anthony Rivera. (9-9) set number 3, about as close as a match as you could ask for. Tied up at a set apiece. Nick Smith been probably LVC's best server so far. Great pass by Anastasiades. Greenway, though, roofed by Fishman, one-on-one. Wow, what a block by number 6 in white, and a big missed opportunity for the New York Pride against a one-on-one off a perfect pass. Fishman with the stuff block. Even more importantly, keeping a good server at the line and an ace right on cue. Nick Smith getting the better of Terrence Crossan that time. Wow, what a swing that is. A swing in momentum, that being. Rotation 1 receive. A good looking offensive opportunity, but a one-on-one block and then an ace for a little miniature run by LVC before that Nick Smith service error. So a very interesting point sequence there, with 1 point having a consequence of multiple points. Here Greenway serving. Nice rip down the line, working on Fishman. Even better pass, Marshman detonates wrist away off the shoulder of Crossan, not a play. Man, Gassman and McKee took up a lot of space blocking that time, but Marshman was still able to find some range inside the block and off the libero and into the side wall. 12-10 LVC. Low pass, handled really well by Rivera, down the line by Anastasiades into the antenna. We're gonna get a conversation about this. That ball was absolutely hit into the antenna. The call is a net violation against Team LVC, but there is no way that that happened before the ball hit the antenna. Wow, that call is going to stand. Wow, Pride is going to take that point. That is a ridiculous call in my opinion. That ball hit into the antenna, but a net violation is the call against Team LVC. So Gassman now serving. LVC off the overpass, still alive. Fishman into the block of Graham. Gassman keeps it alive. LVC's got to have this point. Hosley out of the back row, and they don't. Missed out of bounds. Wow, a ridiculous sequence of points here. We're tied up at 12. And Gassman, a lethal server, as you've already seen, looking to break the tie. Rotation 6 received for LVC. Handled pretty well by Sato. Platform set. Wow, the bump 31 from Smith to Rogers, but an even more impressive read by Deshaun Graham to be there and expect that and stuff Rogers straight to the floor. Deshaun Graham has made a big difference since coming on in this set. Pride leads now 13-12. Gassman tries to pull it down the line that time, but misses a little bit short. Man, we've seen a little bit of everything in this match so far. Some wacky out-of-system plays, long rallies, big blocks. And it adds up to a 13-13 tie in set 3. What a put away there by Deshaun Graham, right on the sideline crossbody. What a difference Deshaun Graham has made. I just mentioned how much I love seeing a middle blocker being able to make a difference in so many areas of the game. Talked about Gassman doing that, and Graham has done the same since coming in this set. That serve missed short by McKee. (14-14). Fishman serving into the ceiling, and the ceiling immediately out of bounds. So an ace serve for Andrew Fishman. LVC retakes the lead. Big high ceilings here in the Ball Sports Academy, and international rules if the ball into the ceiling immediately out of bounds. Off the last team to touch it. Pretty good pass by Greenway. This is McKee out of the back row, a little bit outside the antenna. Nice defensive play by Fishman. Sato runs it down. Big opportunity here for Pride in transition. McKee again down the line. And he puts it away. Excellent repeat set there by Anthony Rivera. Tied up at 15. Anastasiades serving against LVC rotation 2. Good pass by Sato. Rogers wrist away. Off the chest of Crossan and right by where I'm sitting. Give the kill that time to Lance Rogers. Rogers, a pretty effective server. LVC scores a lot of points in this rotation when Rivera attempts the pineapple, but kept alive by Rogers. And then the joust won aggressively by Brandon Greenway, throwing Hosley back to the floor. That bump set a little bit too tight for Hosley to handle. We're tied up at 16. That float serve by Graham, not even close. Hits Rivera in the back. And it looks like the 6-2 substitution for LVC going to come in once again. So Eric Martin, the new setter, and Chris Hoosman, the new opposite, replacing Christian Smith and Chris Hosley. Martin will serve 17-16. Gassman tipped into the block of Marshman, but kept alive. Miscommunication. But Pride sends over a free ball. Good block touch there by Rivera. McKee out of the back row. Good cover by Gassman that time. Greenway tipped over, picked up by Martin. Sato a platform set this ball. Hoosman into the block of Greenway and out of bounds. And this is a productive substitution last set for Team LVC. The 6-2 insertion of Martin and Hoosman. They were able to maintain the lead that they had through those 3 rotations. This time the task a little bit different. Instead of keeping the lead, they need to provide some insurance. Gassman that time throws it through the block and down on the LVC side. So LVC needing to side out perfectly in these next 3 rotations. Plus maybe get a couple on serve. Wow, one-handed set by Martin to Smith. That's Nick Smith on the right side in what is now effectively rotation 1. But he misses it just wide of the deep cross-court corner. And we're tied up at 18. As good of a setter as Eric Martin is, he obviously gives up some size, so you got to pass that ball a little further off the net than maybe LVC is used to. Hoosman with a bad hitting error into the net that time. And some good float service pressure applied by Anthony Rivera. Working short on Fishman, keeping the LVC offense a little bit out of system. Similar serve by Rivera, but a perfect pass this time. Smith, sharp cross court. And Rivera there to make the defensive play, but into the side wall. So Pride had a 1-point lead briefly, now tied up once again at 19. And I have to mention, on the other court, Boston Bounce and SoCal's Rukkus have just started set 5. They are tied up at 2 sets apiece, and they are in a tiebreaker on the members-only live stream. Oh, that ball's in on the sideline. Ace serve, Nick Smith. Clips the tape and gets a piece of the sideline in front of Brandon Greenway. A huge point on serve for LVC. And another ace by Nick Smith, maybe even his 3rd of the match so far. That one well watched by Crossan on its way out of bounds. .20 business end here of set number 3 in a 1-1 tie. Who is going to take this all-important set? Greenway serve handled pretty well by Nick Smith. Martin to Marshman, crossbody right on the sideline. LVC continuing to side out pretty effectively. Now a narrow 1-point advantage, but somebody, one of these 2 teams, is going to need points on serve to get 2 points clear. Otherwise, we're going to extras. Is that going to be an ace serve? Yes, it is. Mike Marshman, crossbody, with so much left to right spin, as you're seeing it on your screen, gets the better of Brandon Greenway, and there is the point on serve, right on cue. Now 22-20 Team LVC, and Pride going to take a timeout here to talk this thing over. Giving me an opportunity to check out court number 2. Looks like Boston leads 3-2 here in set 5. Yeah, that's a very interesting matchup over in Pool A. The Boston Bounce and SoCal's Rukkus in set 5. The Chicago Icemen, the other team in that pool. You will see the Icemen and Rukkus on the main court and main stream at 2 p.m. Eastern later today. Marshman serving here for LVC out of the timeout. Had an ace, obviously, last time. Puts the pressure on. Greenway will have to set this ball. Anastasiadis out of system. Cross court, and Marshman can't make the defensive play. Really good out of system swing that time by number 7 in black and green. And look who the server is for the New York Pride, Pat Gassman. Who has already done some serious damage from the service line in this match. His team trailing by 1. Keeps it in, handled pretty well by Sato. Martin off the net to the Bick to Smith. Pancake play made by Greenway. Anastasiadis high into the hands. Pretty good play by Smith to keep it alive. Fishman tipped over the block. And a big opportunity here. Where does Rivera go? Greenway out of the pipe. What a play by Fishman to keep it alive. Oh, Smith puts it away out of the back row, and a little bit of indecision defensively for Rivera, making a late defensive stab at that ball. So eventually, LVC does get out of rotation, effectively rotation 3, off the Gassman serve the first time of asking. And now 23-21, the 6-2 sub is undone. So Christian Smith back into set, Chris Hosley back in at the opposite. LVC with a 2-point lead here in set number 3. Graham misses it short into the net. That ball a little bit underset again by Rivera to the middle. And set point here coming up for Team LVC, 24-21. But you saw what happened in the last set. LVC had several set points, but it took him a couple to put the nail in the coffin. Pride had a nice fight back there. Anastasiades, smart swing off the block of Chris Hosley and out of play. So 1 set point saved. But now Pride needing 2 points on the serve of Jack McKee to force extras. Rotation 1 receive here. You know that Christian Smith wants to go to Andrew Fishman on the right side in this rotation, but it doesn't have to go anywhere as McKee sprays that ball out of bounds from the service line, and that's it. 25-22, the same score by which LVC took set 2. They take set 3, and they take a 2-1 lead here in the New York in-state rivalry in the first match of the weekend in Pool B. More volleyball coming your way. Set 4 coming right up in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Set number 4 coming your way live from the 2021 VLA Cup at the Ball Sports Academy in Northeast Indiana. I'm Rob St. Clair, and Team LVC out of upstate New York leads the New York Pride out of Long Island 2-1 in this in-state budding rivalry. In a match that's had just a little bit of everything. Some really high-level play, some kind of sloppy low-level play at times, some incredible swings, blocks, defense, serves. Got a little bit of everything here in the first match of the weekend, and you better believe that the level of volleyball top to bottom is going to get even better as the weekend goes along. Lance Rogers, the first server for LVC on the near side. Gassman cross-body, missed it just out of bounds. It was very close to catching a piece of the corner, but the correct call out of bounds and no touch off the Marshman block. Nice work there by Fishman. No, that's Nick Smith, helping that outside blocker. Tipped over by Rivera, the front row setter. And Rivera goes down a little awkwardly. Falling right on the center line. He's helped up by his guys. Looks to be okay, but I don't know if a replay is going to be the call here or if a point's going to be awarded. Yeah, a point's going to be awarded, so LVC is going to take the point, I think. Yeah, a point awarded to Team LVC on the center line violation. That's the call. So Rivera's okay, stays in the match, and Rogers continues to serve for Team LVC. Good pass by Anastasiades. McKee out of the back row, dug by Fishman against pretty much no blockers. This is Smith out of system, rolls it down the line and right inside the end line. Excellent choice that time by Nick Smith, recognizing that the line blocker didn't choose to go up, and slaps it right over the top of him inside the end line. Quick 3-0 start for Team LVC. Rogers not happy about the fact that he couldn't make that defensive play. But Gassman, not just big, but also up really fast. He's taken that ball right out of the setter's hands. And Rivera feeds it to him. Rivera serving, trying to go at that spot short into position 5, where he's had a lot of success, but a little bit too short that time. The LVC lead is 4-1 after that quick start on the serve of Lance Rogers. Now Pride in rotation 1 receive. Good pass by Anastasiades. McKee down the line and a really nice swing. Accelerating with his feet to get to that ball and slapping it off the block of Christian Smith and down the line. Two serving 4, Greenway the server. Beautiful pass by Sato. Oh, what a read by Anastasiades. Not fooled at all in Christian Smith's first real in-system setter dump attempt of the match. Completely read by the New York Pride outside hitter Anastasiades. Really nice play by number 7 in black and green. And Greenway continues to serve. Smith rolled through a seam and down. Nice offensive choice that time by number 23 in white, who goes back to serve now, and in terms of ace output has been LVC's best server of the match so far, with the Legion, the number 2 seed overall, leading 5-3 in set number 4. That serve missed short by Smith. Of course, I praise his serving ability. And he misses it short right into the net. Speaking of dangerous servers, Pat Gassman, of course, out of the University of Hawaii. Look at the height of that toss. Keeps that one in play, handled perfectly by Sato. This is Smith to Smith out of the Bic. Set over as a free ball, but Rivera takes the first ball. Gassman back set to Anastasiades, sharp cross court. And missed just out of bounds. I think that's a good call. Good looking swing, really sharp cross court. by Anastasiadis, but a good call. Missed about half a tile out of bounds. 6-4 LVC. Marshman now, the middle blocker, serving. Perfect pass. Anastasiadis into the block of Smith, but kept alive. This is Greenway out of the back row, tipped, kept alive by Hosley. The pass right onto the net and put away. Off speed by Deshaun Graham. Nicely located there. Tipped to position 2 out of the overpass, beats LVC on the scramble play. Pride back within 1, 5-6. McKee with another service error. Struggling to keep that ball from missing the end line long. By the way, our Court 2 match, 15-14 in set 5. And I think the Boston Bounce here are going to have a serve to win the match. So a huge matchup in Pool A going on in the members-only live stream. Tipped out of the middle by Graham, but rejected by Rogers. And that's it. Did the Boston Bounce just win that match? Yes, they did. Wow, a Rukkus hitting error from what I can tell from sitting over here. Boston Bounce with an upset win, 16-14, set 5 in Pool A. Oh, what a dig by Sato. Oh, what an absolutely unbelievable bump set. I'm not sure who did that. Maybe Greenway, maybe Jack McKee. That ball came from the back wall and wasn't only hittable by Anastasiadis, but was pretty much in system. Nobody went up to block from Team LVC, and Anastasiadis, hammered it. That was amazing. Perfect pass by Sato again. Fishman on the right, clearly the go-to guy in that rotation, read by Pride, and a good opportunity here in transition. McKee puts it away. Through a seam in the block and down. Again, just to wrap up what we just saw in Court 2, Boston Bounce beating Southern California's Rukkus 16-14 set 5 in Pool A. So a huge match there. Boston taking it in the tiebreaker now. All sights set here on the New York in-state battle. In Pool B, Anastasiadis with the service error that time plus a foot fault. 9-7, the LVC lead. They also lead 2-1 in this match with Fishman back to serve. Perfect pass by Crossan. Oh, tipped over really nicely by Greenway. And Rogers flying across the net. Can't make a touch that keeps that ball in play. There's been some really good off-speed offensive choices from both teams so far in this match. I like that. Good vision, not just hammering away at the ball every time. Another service error, this time by Deshaun Graham. Rogers here serving for LVC, really statistically one of LVC's best servers, just in terms of number of points scored in his rotation. That ball straight over the top of the block by Brandon Greenway and would have been in on the end line. The diving Fishman can't keep it alive. That is absolutely unstoppable. If you can hit the ball over the top of the block, there is nothing that a defense can do to stop you. Brandon Greenway, the high flyer, off the delivery from his college teammate Anthony Rivera out of the University of Charleston. Good pass by Marshman. Smith rolled over the top. Rivera makes the play. Smith again through a seam in the block. Anastasiadis makes the play. Greenway can have a swing at this. Cross court off the Marshman touch. Kept alive by Fishman. Not a good set that time from Smith to Hosley and thrown to the floor by Greenway. That was some incredible defense by the New York Pride. First by Rivera in position 1, diving to keep the Smith tip off the floor. And then Anastasiadis in position 6. It turns into a New York Pride point, and we're tied up at 10. Much different serve that time from Rivera. Hosley here on the right side, off the block of Greenway and out of bounds. Chris Hosley, 39 years of age, the founder and captain of Team LVC, can obviously still suit up and ball with the best of them. A very good, consistent jump server. Greenway rolled over, easily handled by Sato, but unfortunately a net violation committed by Team LVC on the block by either Smith or Marshman. Tied up 11. Greenway the server. Perfect pass by Sato again. Stop me if you've heard that one before. And Smith terminates high hard off the outside block of McKee and out of play. Nick Smith, the biggest Kobe Bryant fan you will ever meet. That Mamba mentality runs through his veins. Good serve, and an even better move by Crossan to keep that alive. Gassman on the right side again, like we saw in the last set. Too strong for a pretty good block touch to be run down by Smith. I kind of like that when Gassman on the right sideline there in rotation 2. Why bother with bringing him around to hit quick? Just throw him a high ball on the right side. Let him go up and use his size, and he can certainly do that. 12-12. A serve by Gassman. That is absolutely perfect. Wow, what a brilliantly located serve right on the sideline. All the way across the court from the passer's left to right. That is just nasty. And I bet you anything he lights Fishman up down the line this time. No, goes at Sato, clips the tape, but an even better pass. Fishman against no blockers. Hammered to the floor. What a set that time by Christian Smith. Completely fools the pride block. 13-13. Marshman, the LVC server. And how good do these Smack Sportswear uniforms look? Great look at the flamingo pink and white look for a Team LVC. Can Rivera run this down? No, not quite. Ace serve for Mike Marshman. Gets the better of Anastasiadis that time. Just a little bit too high into his platform, and LVC a 14-13 narrow advantage. Again, the stakes in this match very, very high. The winner guaranteed second in the pool and guaranteed a bye straight to the quarterfinals of the bracket. With the loser of this match guaranteed to have to play a play-in match in bracket. So Pool B here, you can check all this out on the website, by the way. The winner of this match plays the winner of the All-California battle, who are starting to warm up right now on Court 2. The Rising Tide out of SoCal versus SportConX out of Northern California. So the winners will play for first and second. The losers will play in third and fourth. And then those all get thrown into the bracket accordingly. You can check that all out on the website, the layout of this tournament. McKee out of the back row down the line, missed it out of bounds. That's a good call. That was just long. So after a couple service errors, now the hitting error by Pride inside out gives LVC a 1-point lead, or 2-point lead, excuse me. But now the Smith service error gets Pride back within one. Anastasiadis, a very dangerous server. His team trails by one and trails by a set, looking to force this thing to 5. Good serve into a seam, handled pretty well by Smith. Rogers off a good block touch by Graham. Overpassed on the bump set. Where does Smith go here in transition? Fishman on the right side. Gets the block touch dug by Anastasiadis, who gets set out of the pipe, but hits it long. So another missed opportunity in transition. Sends Fishman back to the line for LVC with a 2-point lead. Pride just starting to run out of time here to push this one back here in set number 4. Good pass by Crossan. Sharp cross court, but a back row attack violation by McKee. And sorry, that's not Terrence Crossan. That's actually Evan La Rochelle, a new libero, number 1 in light green for New York Pride. The good pass that time, but McKee flying out of the back row, stepped on the 3-meter line on his way in. So a 3-point lead for LVC, their largest since being up 3-0 early on, before Fishman serves that ball out of bounds. Service sub in here, Nick Smith, number 14 in green and black, trying to serve at his identically named counterpart, but misses it wide into the antenna out of bounds. So that service sub is undone. What's been a productive service sub so far for New York Pride, not that time. In a pretty key moment, LVC leads is back up to 3 with Rogers serving. Ace serve! Total lapse in communication by New York Pride. Greenway and Anastasiades both completely running away from that ball. And a nice little knuckly float serve by Lance Rogers triggers the Pride timeout, down by 4. Can LVC keep their foot on the gas and win this all-important first match of the weekend? Or can Pride make the comeback? We saw something similar in set number 2. Pride fought off 3 or 4, maybe even 5 set points before eventually succumbing to Team LVC. But this is far from over. Rogers serving against rotation 6. Rivera to Gassman, crossbody dug by Smith. Good bump set by Rogers. Did he get the block touch off of Gassman? Yes, he did. Into the block, off the tape, and then out of bounds. So a big point there in transition for Team LVC. Now the lead is 5, 21-16. Another good short float serve. Greenway, sharp cross court, and he puts it away. And Pride needed that about 4 points ago. Mission accomplished in getting out of that rotation. But now down by 4 with Rivera serving, needing a few on serve here. You know he's going short there. Oh, and the float serve exactly right on cue. Had some success going short to position 4 and 5. But again, too short. And LVC off the hook. Now 3 points away. Hosley serving, 22-17. Against Pride's rotation 1. Perfect pass by La Rochelle. All the way to the outside to Gassman, who is staying on the outside to hit a high ball, and he misses it short into the net. Sharp cross court. So Pride really trying everything here to find a way to score inside out. It didn't work for him that time. Now the deficit is 6. And LVC can smell a 3-1 victory, but not yet as Hosley misses that serve. Greenway, the server, handled by Fishman. All the way to the outside. Nick Smith down the line off the block of McKee and out of bounds. And match points coming up. 24-18. Nick Smith to serve and 6 opportunities for Team LVC to take this match. Can Smith serve it out in style? Passed well off the net by La Rochelle. This is Gassman way out of system. Through the block of Marshman and down. So 1 match point saved. Now 19-24, but a huge task here for the New York Pride. Needing 5 points in a row to force extras. But of all the servers, it's the recently crowned national champion Pat Gassman at the line for New York Pride, trying to be a hero. Good start, puts the pressure on. Pretty good pass by Smith. Fishman for the match, and that's it. Rattles through the block of McKee and Graham and down. And the Battle of New York, taken by the New York Pride. Sorry, New York's Team LVC, my apologies. 3-1. 25-19, the set 4 score. The full score line, 3-25, 25-22, 25-22, and 25-19. And Team LVC, holding seed, seeded second overall, takes that all-important early morning match. They will play the winner of the SoCal Rising Tide and San Francisco SportConX later today to take first in the pool. New York Pride not done yet. They'll play the loser of that California matchup later today on Court 2. So Pride, an impressive showing, taking the first set in their VLA debut, but couldn't quite hang with the high-level experience of Team LVC. So that'll do it for us for now. The first match of the weekend coming up next on the main live stream court at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The Phoenix Ascension in their first action since their home tournament in February in Phoenix against Team LVC 2, or the Legion Black, the second team in the LVC hierarchy. But make no mistake, that team is pretty good. They're going to be pretty competitive. So that one coming up in about an hour and a half at 11 a.m. Eastern. And coming up at the top of the hour at 10 a.m. Eastern, the Battle for California. The Rising Tide against SportConX, like I mentioned, that one will be on Court 2 and the members-only live stream. So make sure, if you want to watch that match, you join the YouTube channel as a member for only 99 cents a month. Press that join button to get access to that one. So I'm going to try and grab an LVC guy to interview here on stream. But other than that, we will see you guys at 11 a.m. here on Court number 1 for Ascension and LVC 2. Thanks for watching. Hey CJ, you wanna talk to me? Yeah. Let's go right up there.
Yeah.
Huh?
They were better than I thought they were.
LVC coach CJ Dank, ladies and gentlemen. So we knew how important that match was, just given the format. Now you are guaranteed second in the pool. And I believe you're guaranteed a bye straight to the quarterfinals. That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
And you had to earn it. Like, this New York Pride team you were just telling me was good. Their first VLA action, their first time really playing together. So they took the first set from you guys. What was the message after that? Because I know it's early. There's a lot going on. What did it take to turn that one around?
Just kind of classic Team LVC, right? Slow start, kind of feeling it out. You know, we got Amir and Sato back at the hotel because they can't find their keys. We got to leave the gym, go get those two guys, bring them back. We're notorious slow starters, right? First set, each set to 10, and then we kind of get comfortable and start to feel the flow. But that was a very good team. That's a very good team. Awesome addition. I love them here. A couple guys from Hawaii that are legit, obviously, and really good pieces. So it was a lot of fun. Happy with how it ended. But yeah, we need to pick up our early set action a little bit.
Well, you escaped. You obviously got away with it, and the level continues to get higher and higher, and we know that it will throughout the weekend. Can you talk to me about the 6-2 sub, the Eric Martin and Chris Huisman sub, because you guys use that a lot, and I really like it because I don't know if I've ever seen you guys bring that sub in and you don't at least keep the same score difference as when it was inserted. Yeah. It's interesting. It's impressive.
Well, it's one of those things where using what you have and maximizing what you have. I mean, Eric Martin is 4'3", right? He's 102 years old, and he's played a lot of volleyball, so he's not going to be playing front row. but he is going to. There's certain things that he can bring to the game that Christian hasn't yet developed, and sometimes Christian stepping back and watching E and how he distributes the ball and creativity and things like that helps him hopefully down the road, because he's going to play with us forever because he's signed a lifetime contract. But yeah, and having Hoosman come in and have a live arm and big jump and things like that, it's a natural thing for us, and getting more guys involved to do what they do best.
Well said. Yeah, using what you have is a great way to put it. And speaking of using what you have, a tournament like this, where you're playing 2 matches a day, at least, is going to test the depth that you have. So the fact that you guys were able to play, like Haas came in and played really well.
Right.
Fish and Nikki played really well.
Yep.
And you've got some pieces on the bench that you didn't have to use yet. How big of a deal is that?
Oh, I think it's enormous, because it's not always the best team roster-wise. It's what you're going to be at the end, right? I mean, we got Jordan Varee coming in for tomorrow and Sunday as well. Blake Leeson and Joe Norton weren't able to come, so that would have given us more depth, but I'm super happy with what we have on the roster. And, hey, you do your job, right? Like, find a way to impact the game. Amir was absolutely fantastic on the bench, talking to guys, talking to the middles, what they can do better, just from a coach's point of view. So it's find a way to help the team any chance you get, and the guys, they did a good job. Winning in 4, that's big for us. That's very big.
Again, classic Team LVC. That's something that you guys have always done so well, is everybody on the sidelines is so involved and engaged and really gets the best out of all the guys that are out there at the time. So I was impressed. The level improved. There's a lot of good stuff going on, and the match that you have later against those Californians that are warming up over there right now, regardless of who wins, is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, the Battle of New York, winner of that takes on the Battle of California in a 5 o'clock game. That's gonna be fun.
How good is that?
It doesn't get any better, man. Are you kidding me? I'm volley dorking out right now, like 100%. So it's great to be here, and I'm excited about the match later today.
Congrats, buddy. Well played.
Thank you, buddy.
We'll see you this afternoon.
All right, thanks, Robbie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Again, we'll be back at 11 on this court with Phoenix and Team LVC 2. But if you want to watch the Battle for California, like CJ just talked about, become a member of the YouTube stream. Just press that join button. It's 99 cents a month. The value that you get out of that is off the charts, so can't recommend that enough. So a lot more volleyball coming your way all weekend long. Obviously, stay tuned to Instagram, stay tuned to the website, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm Rob St. Clair. We'll see you at 11.